Whether you're checking your property late at night or whether you want to see what's going on during some kind of civil unrest or disaster, I'm taking a look at something that's going to really help you out. This is the NVG10 Tactical Digital Night Vision Monocular, and I'm going to show you how this thing works. Let's check it out. All right, folks, welcome back. So we've seen some of these new digital night vision scopes coming out with helmet mounts now. I think that's really cool, and as you can tell, this is my actual helmet. This is an older Kevlar helmet I got from keepshooting.com ages ago, and never did manage to put a mount on it, so I am going to have to pick up a mount for it because I want to try this and the other one that I reviewed recently on it. But this is actually pretty cool, and I'm just showing you this for reference, really. Not part of the video. So let's get into what this thing is here. I'm going to give you a quick look at it. Okay. Now this does come separated. I did put these screws in here to mount this on here. It is powered by a single 18650 battery right here. And there is no way to recharge it inside the unit, but they've taken care of that for you because they provide you with a charger and a little wall plug if you need to. And I did charge it up with this, worked perfectly fine, no issues at all. The cool part about that is you can carry a couple of extra 18650 batteries and extend the range and the time of this particular unit. So if it dies on you in the middle of whatever you're doing, you can always go out, unscrew that, pop a new one in, you're good to go. So this shoots an ultra high definition video. You can shoot and record stuff on your phone. Perhaps the only real downfall to this is really for somebody like me, somebody who's going to demo this and show it to you. This does not record internally. Now, for what I'm going to use it for, I don't care. I'm not using it for that. I'm using it to see at night. But to demo and show it to you made it a little more difficult in the video. So I want you to understand that what I had to do, this is Wi-Fi inside of it. You connect the Wi-Fi to the app on the phone, and you can watch it on the phone. However, there is significant lag and some glitches between this and the phone. However, in this unit itself, crystal clear, no lag, no glitches. As a matter of fact, I even tried moving it around quickly, and there's no grainy kind of image when you do that. It's just when you're going to see the demo, you're going to notice that I stop, and then it jumps, and then it jumps, and then it'll be smooth. That is simply the connection from here to the phone, not this unit. I do want to emphasize that because I know people are going to see the video on my phone. I had to zoom in on my phone, and they're going to be like, oh, that looks horrible. Well, it's not. And you really can't tell how clear the image is by using this camera here to take a video of a phone shot on it. Just trust me when I tell you this thing is super, super clear. Once you get it focused and get out there, it's really bright. And even without the IR light, it's pretty darn cool. Just in ambient light, like good moonlight, you see a whole lot with this. It's not black. Now, there are two image modes on this. Of course, there's the black and white that we're all used to with digital night vision, and there is also a green. The green on this is actually pretty exceptional. Most times when you have a digital night vision system like this and they put the green in, they put it in just for I guess, mil-sim and wannabe players, airsoft players, and it isn't as clear. This thing was actually clearer than the black and white. However, I didn't record it in that because I wanted to show you what it would look like in its natural setting in black and white. So it will work very, very well. Now, the Wi-Fi transmission, you have to turn the Wi-Fi on. This is actually a Wi-Fi device. Turn the Wi-Fi on in here in the menu, and the menu is reached. You're going to turn the unit on like this. Hold that button, and you'll see can you see that coming on? Well, it's on. I have the cap on the end of it. Then to turn the Wi-Fi on, you're going to go into the menu. You're going to push and hold here. And there we go. All right. I don't know if you can see it. It's really hard to see. It looks very fisheye in this, but it isn't. I'm looking at this myself right now, and it's crystal clear. So you turn the Wi-Fi on, you'll turn your app on, and you'll connect to it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record on the phone because the phone that I use for these apps that are kind of unknown is just a second kind of burner junk phone I bought for $40 at a pawn shop. So I don't want to use my main phone for it because, first of all, I might be interrupted with a phone call while I'm doing a video. Second of all, I don't know the lineage of the apps that I'm using on a lot of things. So I use a second kind of sandbox phone that if something goes wrong and the app is horrible, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't record on that phone. It won't record. It doesn't have an SD card inside of it. It was super cheap. Has nothing to do with this unit. Anyway, this is waterproof and dustproof up to IP66. They have a brand new operating system inside of it. It really does nicely. I like the system, the settings inside of it. I can't spit it out, but I eventually will. I like the settings inside of it. I found it to be very easy to use. It was very intuitive. There was nothing weird. You know, like some of these settings, when you do these things, the settings are all confusing. And it's like, well, what does that do? Well, what does that do? This was really, really simple. Again, to get out of it, you're just going to push and hold on that, and it will take care of it. Now, you do have a digital zoom on this. It's 1, 2, 4, or 6x. When you get up to the 6x, it does get a little grainy because it's a digital zoom. But you still are able to make stuff out and see it perfectly fine. It's just not as clear as, say, your 1 or 2x. Okay, the lens size on this is a 17.5 millimeter lens. You have a nice cover on the end here. I will take that off so you can see the cover is actually mated to the little indentations in the lens. You do have your little LED light there that will, your IR light that will let you see what's going on, and the mount itself. Now the mount, again, when you're going to mount this, you're going to mount this to your dominant eye. So if your main dominant eye is your left eye, you'd switch this over the other way. But if your main dominant eye is your right eye, you can just take this piece out and move it this way. Again, I show people how to do that. It's really simple. You're going to make a triangle with your fingers, and you're just going to naturally go back to your face. And whatever eye you end up on is your dominant eye. You let nature take its course. You just go back, and whatever you feel comfortable with, that's your dominant eye. You always want to use this in your dominant eye. I tried doing it in my left eye, and it wasn't as easy to move around and walk, whereas with my dominant eye, I could walk around with this thing easily because I can still see out of my left eye to give me the depth perception, but I have the night vision capability in my right eye. So it is kind of like a superpower. I gotta say, it's really, really cool. Now, another neat feature of this is the electronic gyroscope that's inside of it. It can display a real-time position on the display. It'll be up top and it'll give you like a northwest 7 degrees or north 89 degrees, however. So you can provide your position data for, you know, companions in collaboration. If you're moving, you tell people where you are. It doesn't require you to stop and look down at your compass and go, okay, I'm at, you know, this. You can tell right in there, right where you are. Again, it doesn't show up on the video, but it will show up on that. So it's really, really cool. You get about 5 hours on this. You know, it'll run for about 5 hours. And again, you can bring another 18650 with you and get another 5 hours if you need it. The CMOS sensor size is a little bit bigger than normal. Normally it's like a 1/3 or a 2.7. This is a 1.5. Your video resolution, the top video resolution you're going to get is 1920 by 1810p at 30 feet per second. And it does have an 850 nanometer lamp on it at 1 watt. So all in all, this thing is pretty cool. Let's roll in the video of me testing it out last night so you can see what it looks like. And again, the video doesn't do it justice. The video's not bad, but you'll notice it's glitching a little bit. It's kind of slow. That is a connection from this to the phone, probably because it's a cheap old phone, not anything to do with the unit itself. The unit itself is crystal clear when you move along, and it doesn't do that. So let's roll in that video and take a look, and you can at least get an idea of what it looks like. Again, it's not going to be as clear because you're taking a video of a video, but you'll get an idea of what it looks like. Let's roll that footage in now, and I'll bring you right back. All right, so we're going to have to do this video a little differently because this one does not record. I have it set up to Wi-Fi here, and it records to my phone using the app. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. You're not going to be able to see as good as what you'd see through the lens, but we're going to show you what this thing looks like, because this is pretty cool. I'm going to go outside now. You probably won't hear me talking much. You'll hear me in the background, but we're going to try and see how this thing works. So that's the headlight of my car right there. I'm going to move out into the total darkness out here. I'm going to try to focus it a little. There we go. We're on IR2. I'm going to move to IR3. There you go. Pretty darn clear picture. I'm going to come walk back over. There you go. Kind of crazy, but that's the way I had to do it because this does not record. The size of the unit really wouldn't support recording anything on it. I hope you can see it. Those are my little solar lights out there, about 25 yards away. It's really hard to get them back in the picture because I have to remember which way I turned. And there is a little delay between what I'm doing with the unit and actual looking at the monitor. But I hope you get the idea. It's a pretty darn clear, crystal clear unit. I mean, and with the IR on it, it's pretty darn bright. So, very impressive unit for the size. All right, let's get back up on the table and finish up. All right, so pretty darn cool. Even with the jitteriness of the phone itself, pretty darn cool. And I do want to show you, if I bring this up to the camera, I mean, you're not going to see much, but you can see it doesn't jerk around like that at all. It's just a matter of, that's a very old phone, and probably isn't compatible the best with this kind of Wi-Fi. So, you know, with a unit like this. So all in all, I'm very pleased with the unit. I am going to be getting a mount on here, and I'm thinking of doing a second video with the two that I have, the Wilcox G34 mounts, I believe, that will mount with that, and comparison between the two. Once I get that mount, I have to order it on Amazon. It's scary when you get something that's new and you've never ordered it before, and you're like, God, I don't want to order the wrong one, and this says it's compatible with this one, but it doesn't mention that one, but this one mentions that one, but doesn't mention this one, so it's kind of confusing. So if anybody has a suggestion for a good helmet mount that's fairly universal for a mount like this, feel free to mention it in the comments on the video. That's one thing I have, you know, when it comes to night vision, I'm still a newbie to it. Eventually, someday, of course, I'd love to get some really high-end night vision to review. But this works pretty darn good for what it is, I gotta say. And the form factor on it is awesome. I mean, it kind of does look like a military unit. It is rather small, it's compact. Just pushing this up on here, all right, when I was holding it against my helmet, it doesn't take much to do that. And I noticed that it doesn't seem like it's going to need any kind of counterweight back here. This fits pretty tight on my head. And this is just this is a copy of an American helmet, I believe, made in Germany. You can see the information in the side there. And one of my first earlier videos was me actually painting this thing. And you can see the paint's kind of held up pretty well. But I definitely want to mount these on here and kind of do a side-by-side comparison. But I got to say, for the price and what this is, this thing works pretty darn well. And it would really be an asset to you if you needed to revert to using night vision in an emergency or disaster situation. And the ability to mount it on here, or you can just take this off right here. You can just unscrew that and just carry it with you. Pretty darn cool. It does come with, of course, the charger and a very nice little carrying case for everything. So you will be able to be set up with that, and then a lens cleaner as well, you know, the typical lens cleaner. So you'll be able to pretty much do everything you need to do. I did charge up the battery. It was very quick. I think it was down to only 1 bar, so I was able to do it pretty quick. So your observation distances, in low light, you're going to be about 656 feet or 219 yards. In darkness, complete darkness with the IR on, you're going to be at 100 meters. You do have 3 levels of IR, and actually I have a pole. It sounds weird, but I kind of did a range card of my neighborhood, and the pole furthest out from me is about 175 yards away. And using this, without the zoom, I was able to see that pole no problem. So they're being conservative with the 100 yards. I think it was 100 meters. I think it was a whole lot longer than that. So all in all, I'm liking it. It's really cool. I will give you 2 links on where you can purchase it. It is cheaper to purchase it on Amazon, but I will also give you the link to Good Night Gear because they also have this in thermal. It's a lot more expensive, okay? This will run you about $319 on Amazon. The thermal is in the $1,700 range. Now, we've done one thermal video on here, and I was amazed at how well that thermal vision works. But something with this with thermal, that would be really cool. Anyway, I will give you the 2 links down below. You can use my main link as well. It will be in my Amazon store. And don't forget to check that Amazon store out. You know, a lot of folks think that, you know, if you go there, it's going to cost you more or something. You just click that link and shop anywhere you want on Amazon. You don't have to shop in my store. As long as you're clicking that link, it's helping our channel out, bring you more cool stuff. Stuff like this that we can, you know, afford to purchase and show you. We bring you more cool stuff and be able to do that. So, both links will be down below. Don't forget to check out all our other links down there. Our freeze-dried wholesaler link, that will save you 15% on your food order. That link alone, there's no codes, there's none of that. You just click the link and go shop, you'll save 15%. Our My Patriot Supply link, okay, that's preparedwithiridium.com. We've got some awesome deals going on there this month. Definitely check them out. 3-month kits, 1-week kit, 2-week kits of food, along with, if you click that little graphic on the top, it'll take you into the main site of my portal and show you all of the survival gear that My Patriot Supply has there. It's preparewithiridium.com. And lastly, our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. I want you to check them out as well. Thank you guys for watching and checking this awesome little unit out. Stay safe and stay prepared.